straight from the comics with this one. It is none other than the amazing Spider-Man. Not your Tom Holland, not your Tobey Maguire, not your Andrew Garfield. It's this one. It's the comic boy. Looks like that from the comics, looks like this in an action figure form. So is it close enough? Maybe. The colors are already different, but that's what happens, okay? Get over it. Let's check this thing out. Front of the box looks like that. Side of the box, whoa, he's crawling in the walls, or the floor in this case, or the ceiling. And the side of the box, he's shooting milk. And the back of it, he's got milk strings everywhere. A lot of red, makes it hard to see on this box, whoever did the design. But this beautiful, potentially looking Spider-Man comes from the new best toy store to shop, Nerd Urbanity. Link is in the description to get yours before they sell out, because guess what? When I talked about Gambit, sold out. When I talked about Psylocke, sold out. Spider-Man, probably gonna sell out. Let's open it. You pop the top, you slide it out, you see a little backdrop of the city. Well, that's kind of cool, but it's all part of the box. You can't take it out. But that's neat. It wraps all the way around. Oh man, there's all kinds of goodies going on that you can't. What are you supposed to do? Rip your box apart for that? No. He's in a plastic cage and we got to get him out of it. Look at all these goodies. This is what I'm talking about.
It would be a lot better to watch this channel if we didn't have to see your face.
You're saying that I shouldn't show my face? It's a good thing there are thousands of other channels out there that you don't have to look at someone's face. I got it. Now, this is what I'm talking about. You're gonna make a Spider-Man, you better put in a bunch of stuff. And I'm telling you right now, you need lots of hands, you need webs. Hello? Hey, Marvel Legends, you guys do some good stuff, you do some fun stuff, but you make decisions where you don't put in a bunch of webs for or any. New Venom looks really, really cool. Like, I'm a big fan of that thing. No webs. Anyway, this is a Mafex review. You get what you pay for, folks. You get a base stand, you get an arm, you get this little claw grabby-doo, you get this piece which pops apart so that you can build, you know it, the Reach Around 4000, which looks like that. So now you got a great setup. And thanks to YouTube viewer, audience member, user John, 1970, I think it was, you can take the Reach Around 4000 claw and then slide it down the shaft. And now you got a nice vanilla post stand, which now I like this all a lot more than I used to. So there you go. You got it. Okay, these stands are great. I'm telling you, there's so many ways to do stuff anyway. Spider-Man's what we're here for. In the box, you get these hands, which are pretty classic for Spider-Man, because I don't know if you know this, but he likes to stick to things. Sometimes walls, ceilings, whatever. As we saw on the back of the box, he does thwip, which is how his webs come out. He makes I love you hand signal and webs come out. That's pretty nice. And then you get these hands, which are kind of just relaxed. Hey, I'm just kind of standing here doing stuff. And then you get these, which are, I'm holding the webs that I just thwipped and I got a swing from them. So nice to have that. And then what else do we get? These, which have magnets in them. So you get some sticky magnet things so he can stick to metal, I guess. Is that the whole point? There's nothing in here that he sticks to, but that's pretty sweet. And in a completely unique move, you get extra feet. And that's weird. For all you feet fetish foot people, you get these. But what's so special about these? The toe articulation? No, those do that too. You get magnets on the bottom. That is pretty sweet. So again, he can stick to magnet stuff. And by magnet stuff, I mean metal. Alternate head in the box is gonna be the expressions. Look at those eyes, man. They are gigantic. Now, there is a major flaw to this whole setup, in my opinion. And a flaw, downside, I don't know. He's kind of like Deadpool in the sense that like his big old eyes are where his expressions are. The perfect Spider-Man setup would be something like what Deadpool's got going on, where you could just swap the eyes around. And I'm sure there's a brand that does something similar to that, or maybe just has a bunch of heads in the box, but you get the default head on the body, which is this, where his eyes are just huge, gigantic, comic-like, and then these where he's just a little bit more serious. So it is a subtle change, but good once you get it together. And the line work is really nice in here. So it's all complete black outlines. So thank you for doing that. That's interesting. Let's figure out that here in a second. But you get two of these, so you can use them however you want. He's thwipping that milk. You get this extra long one, which is gonna be good for like the kind of hands down. I'll put it on the screen in B-roll, but it's kind of like one of those where he's holding on to it, I think. I don't know. And then you get these, which is like, hey, it's just starting to milk. Or he's gonna shoot some bad guy in the face with it or something, you know, so that's pretty cool. And then you get this one, which is super fun. I don't know what's happening here with the hole on the end of it. So it's fun for something that I don't quite understand. Does it have anything to do with this? I don't know if it's supposed to, but it works. So what do you do with that? You would stick, I mean, obviously that sticks onto this. So would you like build some kind of stand and have him hanging off of it? The box doesn't help you, and there's no instructions on this one. Why is that? The only one I ever saw instructions with was Psylocke. I guess I'll figure it out potentially during the posing segment, or at least I'll make the best of it. On to the figure, the head, the neck, it all looks really good. I love the black outlines for the webbing, and it is consistently there, which is nice. Instead of it being painted onto the body, it's actually sculpted and then filled in, which actually helps this guy out a lot. The way the webbing goes all the way through the body, this works really well, because sometimes with butterfly joints, things like this, patterns can look super awkward, but this actually works really well in almost any position. So thank you all at Mafex, Medicom Toys, for building such a great looking Spider-Man. If you just want a nice comic default Spider-Man that brings back some nostalgia, hey, that's this guy. This is gonna be it. I am such a fan of this thing. This looks so good. And I think because of the Mafex stuff, you know, it's gonna articulate like the best of them. It might not be the same as some other brands like the SH Figuarts or whatever, but this looks really good and makes me feel like it's gonna be a perfect figure to build your Marvel versus Capcom Spider-Man. Like that. Look at this guy. He is so cool. He's so cool. Not like me, who's not cool. Anyway, lots of double jointed
Excuse me. It would be way more enjoyable to watch this if you didn't make jokes.
Welcome back, real comment guy. Look, it's okay. Not everything is for everybody. And if you don't like to laugh and have a good time, then this isn't for you. Articulation. Lots of double jointed articulation stuffs. So he does do articulation real well. So happy time boy for me. Now with comic books to action figures, there's always gonna be some limitations, right? When you're trying to get some like awesome poses and copy something, when things are drawn, they can be exaggerated or just the proportions could be a little wild. Now this is something that you would maybe want to send to The Geek Effect, great channel, and he does like a whole posing thing, but I think he would have a lot of fun with this Spider-Man, trying to get him into these like comic book cover poses. I think you're gonna really be able to do that with this guy and not experience really any limitations, because look, his arms cross way more than you would expect. Like those butterfly joints are top notch, but you put the right hands on there, you get that, and boom, you got a cover, a Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man cover art right there, boom. So good. I also think that this little stand piece that I don't know what it was for, I think if you look inside underneath, there's like a little notch in his back. I want to say that I've seen this before, but maybe not. That you could kind of technically do that, but I don't know. And now that it's in there, it doesn't seem right. Maybe that? Anyway, whatever. I did a bunch of B-roll, you let me know. How was it? Was it fun? Cool? Is this a Spider-Man you gotta get? Is it sold out? Did you come too late to the video? See, that's why you gotta subscribe. Turn on the bell notifications and you know when I post a video and you just watch it that day. And if you enjoyed this one, watch another Mafex video right there, the video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.